In this video, I'll be walking you through one of the tools available for working on the language model named as LM Studio. Now, LM Studio basically allows you to discover, download, and run large language model. Now, this is not pertaining to large language model, but that includes all type of model. It includes a small language model, it includes a medium language model. So you can pick and choose whatever you want, and you can download a specific model, run it on your local desktop or laptop. Now, with that, what happens is if you disconnect your machine from internet, all the responses which that model gives you will be from within the knowledge which has been installed within that specific LM. Now, it's a local AI toolkit. You can download the LM Studio from lmstudio.ai URL. LM Studio is free for home and work use. However, the GUI app is not open source. Now, you can use it for your home, for your personal project. However, you cannot use this for commercial activities. LM Studios, CLI, Core SDK, and MLX inferencing engine are open source. LM Studio works entirely offline. However, there is an option whereby you can connect it to various MCP servers or connect it to some external tooling services, and then you can extract the real time information from the internet or third party services. Now, you can use models through in app chats. You can download any compatible models from the Hugging Face repository. Remember, it works entirely offline. Now, you can discover and download open source models. Some of the supported models are from Meta, Llama, DeepSeek, Wen, Gamma. And the features for LM Studios are it basically allows you to run LLMs on your laptop or PC. It can discover various LLMs. You can chat with your local docs using the RAG pattern, retrieval augmented generation pattern. And also, it has got that cross platform local AI SDK support. It runs compatible LLM in GGUF and MLX format. Now, this is how the interface will look like once you download the application. So, I've downloaded LM Studio in a Windows laptop. So, here, this is LM Studio. This is an old version, but I'll show you the newer version which I have. So, on the left hand side, you'll see a menu item, and on the left navigation side, you will see some icons. Here, you can expand it, and then you can have this chat. You can run the model. You can type in the prompt, and then you will get the response. Then you can this is the model which I have downloaded. So Mistral Small Instruct 2409, so that's a 9.6 gig model. However, you can download a smaller model as well. So I've seen model ranging from 500 megs to maybe quite a bit of GB. And there is a option under mission control to search for the model. So model search, and here you can search for different models. Then we have it will start looking for your machine, because this model is going to run on your machine, and then you need to have a good amount of uh, cpu processing power. Also, you need to have a good set of RAM. Ideally preferred is like anything above 16 GB, but it will still work on 16 GB machine as well. Now let's jump into the application. So let me first navigate to lmstudio.ai. So here you'll say LM Studio is now free for use at work. So that's a good announcement. So earlier I thought this was just only for free for your personal work, but as you see the new announcements, if I navigate to the new announcement, it says starting today LM Studio is free to use both at home and at work. However, you need to look into the details of what is covered, what is not covered. And then here you can see that they have commercial plans, and yeah, and some other information. So if I go to lmstudio.ai, you get an option to download LM Studio for Windows, and the version is 0.3.20. You can download from this button as well. So once you download, I already have downloaded. So let me go to LM Studio, and here you get to see this interface. Now let's explore the interface over here. So on the left hand side, you will see folder, then you'll see a developer console, then you'll see all the models, and then you can discover various models. So that will open the mission control. So I'll go through one of this, all these options one by one. But first, let's explore all the things over here. Now you get to see the download. So if you download any model, here you will see that list. So I've already downloaded various models. So here you should be able to see all this different models which I have downloaded. Now here it says the download has been completed. You can reveal that file in File Explorer, and then here I have downloaded various options. So if you want to see the download directory, you can go ahead and open the download directory. So let me open the download directory, and it will open the download directory in this window. So as you see, it will go to your profile.lm studio models, and here I have downloaded Maziar Panahi and the semestral small instruct 2409 gguf, and you can see the config and also the gguf file format. So this is around 9.5 gigs, right? uh, yeah, let me close this. Then here you will see the version number LM Studio 3.2, and here you can copy the version info. You can see the release notes. You can navigate to various sections like opening the app log. So if you want to see what has happened within your app while working on that, so here you will see the various app logs. So that's in a txt or dot log format. Here you can see all whatever things you have done. So I've so 29/7/2025, and then the 17/7/2025 when the app was started, how it all functions. So it will give you all those nice summary. Then let me go to the chat over here. Now here you have an option to select the different modes. So like the user. So in the user mode, you don't see the left menu of that folders and models. Then we have power user. Then we have developer. So that's about in the bottom section. There is a settings icon on the top or on the bottom right that will give you the mission control application. Okay, so here in mission control you have various other things, like you have an app settings, so you can check for updates for the app. You can select the language, you can select the color theme. So I have auto, I have classic, I have light, sepia, dark, solarized dark. User interface complexity level, I have an option to select user, power user, and developer, which I showed you just over here in the bottom navigation. Then there are other onboarding hints and all those sort of settings. Going to chat, here we have various options related to chat. Highlight a chat message on hover. When selecting a model to load, first unload any currently loaded one. So it is very important to select this model because this option, because when you load a model, it will drastically slow down your PC, because that is going to consume your CPU, that's going to consume your GPU, that's going to consume your RAM. Then developer, so there are various settings for developers, and then some settings on the integration part. Now model search is an important part. Here you can start searching for different models. So as you see, we have an option of Gemma, Delstral, Ernie, Gwen, Magistral. So if I just going to say here, say Magistral small, it will give you the information about the model. It will say, oh, this is coming from Mistral AI. The format is gguf mlx. Both are provided. So gguf, I'd say non-Apple, so it is mainly from the llama.cpp library. MLX is Apple framework. Then there is parameters. It will tell you this will take 23.6 billion parameters. Let me zoom this a bit. Yeah, architecture Mistral, domain LLM. So this is an LLM. Now it will give you the size as well. So this is like 12.4 gigs. It is likely too large. So if it gives you that red warning, don't download it in your PC. Now for my PC, it is too large, but for your PC, it might be small as well. When I say small, means your PC might be at a higher configuration. Then it will give you that partial GPU upload possible. So this will give you information around this model might fit partially in your GPU's memory. This often could considerably speed up inference. There may be other factors that prevent it from loading, such as model's architecture, model file integrity, or the amount of memory available on your computer. It'll give you a nice README file, what this model does, what are the different configuration, how it quantize, and what about long chains of reasoning traces. If you're good with it, go ahead, download it. Let's go into another model. So if you want to search for another model, so let me search for a model from, say, so if you want to search for a small model, just type in small, and here you should be able to see some small models as well. So as you see, this is one is dev still small. It says, oh, it's still likely too large. Let's go to Mistral small 3.2. This one is with 24 billion parameters, so this will definitely be large. So if I go into, so I'd say best match, and so I have an option to select the most downloads recently updated, most likes, best match, so I can filter my models on basis of that. So currently it's showing 503 models based on the search parameter. So if I go into say this model, this one is again it's likely too large, 16.24. So let me see if I can search for SLM. And yes, as you see, this one is now 4.69 gigs. So DeepSeek R1 Distill Llama, 8 billion parameters. So like this, you can go ahead and download the models. Now, if you want to search explicitly GGUF format, you need to tick this. If you don't, you will not get the GGUF format. If I remove all the formatting, it will say showing zero models, GGUF. It will give you all the models that are available. So it's a nice read as well. So you can go ahead and look into this information. It will give you the link of that particular model as well. It will allow you to copy, and plus you have a tick mark which says this model is from a verified author. So make sure that you download the model from a verified author only. So this one is for DeepSeek. It's a digital version of the DeepSeek model, and here you will get all this information. So it's a nice documentation. From a documentation side, you can also read through various models. What does that model do? What are the various options? So as you see, this is a model from Microsoft Phi for Reasoning Plus. This is a big model. Download 9.05 GB, but still I can download it and run this particular model. Runtime will give you the runtime extension pack details. So there are a couple of runtime extension pack which I have. So Vulkan llama.cpp and CPU llama.cpp. I can update this. So this comes as a periodic refresh. So if you're happy with it, you can go ahead and update the CPU llama.cpp. Now this is not that MLX format. This is for the CPP format. And yeah, here you will see all the various engines. You can manage the versions of that specific engine, and you can also select the gguf formatting. So I have a couple of them, Vulkan and CPU llama.cpp, different versions. I can select the older version as well. Going to hardware, here this will list down the hardware of your machine. So for me, it is CPU 12 Gen Intel Core i7, 15 gigs RAM, VRAM 7.9, and the guardrails, model loading guardrails. So strict and strong precautions against system overload, relaxed, mild precautions against system overload, and no precautions against system load. So this is a very important selection because once you load the model, it will drastically slow down your PC. So make sure that you set the setting to appropriate. I'd say strong precautions against system overload, because if you keep it off, then your system may hang and you may not be able to recover until and unless you restart or reboot your machine. And this will show you the GPU as well. So whether you can offload to GPU memory. So that's about the mission control. Now here, how it works is you can here you can create a folder. So I can create a work folder, or I can create a personal hobby folder, and within that I can initiate a chat. So I'll just put personal, and within personal I will initiate a chat. So this is an unnamed chat, so I'll call this so let me close this. Yeah, so I'll call this chat hello. Save it, and now I can start a start. I'll say hello, and say load a model to send a message, because now this is an application LN Studio which does not have any model loaded in it, so it doesn't know where to send this message. So first you need to download a model. I've already downloaded a model, and now you press Control L, and here I can select the model. So I'll select Mistral Small and Strict, and I'll say manually choose model load parameters. And once I do that, I will be able to get an answer, but I will not do that because this is a quite a large model, and that might slow down my PC as well. But if you want to get the response, just go ahead, download the model and select the model. So so this is how you can interact. Now here is the same interface which you see with chat gpt or Claude or Copilot. Here you can attach a file, and also here you can attach various integration plugins. So connect plugins in MCP server. So here you can connect to the plugin. So here I have this JS Code sandbox. I can go ahead and configure it. I can uninstall, I can force restart. I have a rag v1 pattern as well to do the retrieval augmented generation. And I can install MCP server. So if I click on install MCP edit mcp.json, here it will say, oh, be mindful, MCPs are useful, but they can be dangerous because it will connect to an external services. So if I say okay, I can configure the MCP servers in the form of JSON. Now let me open Visual Studio Code. So I've installed a couple of MCP servers. So I can go ahead into Visual Studio Code, and then from Visual Studio Code I can copy the mcp.json. So I already have this mcp.json here. So let me close this, and I can copy whichever MCP server I have. So let me go ahead and say pick up Girish docs MCP server. So let me copy this Girish docs MCP server, and I can go ahead and paste it. So make sure that you format it correctly. I have not formatted it correctly, so that's why it is showing me this error. But now this error is gone. So this is how you can configure the MCP server. Make sure that syntax is perfectly correct, and once you have this, you can run different MCP servers. So going back to the chat, here we have system prompt. So system prompt, here we can type in the system prompt where we can instruct our model to behave in a certain way, and it will also show you the token count as well. Then we have appearance, so we can view the mode as a markdown, plain text, monospace, set the font size, set the font weight, message style, whether we want block, bubble, light, normal, show gen info, expand reasoning block. So all this kind of settings we can configure for this particular chat window. So that's it, folks. In a nutshell, this is LM Studio. LM Studio will allow you to run language model in your PC. It can be small, medium, and large language model. It all depends on the capacity and capability of your PC, performance in terms of CPU, GPU, RAM, and if there are any how the architecture of your machine is. Like if it's an i7, yes, it will perform much better than say i3 or i5 machines. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching.